water. So I would be careful of that. Between the Three of Wands and Seven of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Hearts, love it, the Moon. The Moon in the Lenormand is not like the Moon in the Tarot.
Bit of a mishap there. Switch off. So we're on let's learn, play and grow together. Getting to know, making friends with and getting to know our therapists and guides. Number 2. So we're starting with the High Priestess. The High Priestess, the goddess of the crescent moon. The High Priestess is the maiden goddess in the cycles of the moon, the first aspect phase of the triple goddess. She has a silent, mysterious power that can look into one's soul. The priestess has deep wisdom and intuition. She contains all knowledge, but at a level that can only be expressed in symbols. This is often referred to as the psychic card. She is the feminine principle that balances the masculine principle of the magician. The High Priestess number is 2, symbolizing balance and choices. The High Priestess can pass back and forth through the veil behind her, represented by the spider's web. The veil is the passage between the conscious and the unconscious realms. The High Priestess guards it well. The High Priestess helps us clarify our purpose and our potentials. As you peel back the layers of your personal veil, you move deeper into your inner self, discovering your connection to the realm of spirit and soul memory. The High Priestess watches over the hidden knowledge, dreams, and what is beyond the seemingly obvious. She is the portal or channel for universal mysteries that lay hidden behind the veil. The High Priestess is the link between the seen and the unseen. She balances the polarities of the masculine, feminine, the light, dark, spirit, matter, tapping into intuition and inherent knowledge. The High Priestess keeps these dualities in balance, understanding the continuous cycling and rebalancing of life's forces and experiences. One of the Priestess's virtues is patience. She does not push. She waits in the stillness of silence, listening for the whisper of the divine. With the High Priestess, you realize all answers lie within you. She says, take time to meditate. Dive deep into the stillness of your soul, self. Listen. Listen's an anagram of silent. The High Priestess holds the key, the star, to the Akashic records, universal knowledge. She has the gift of knowing how to channel into the collective memory of the past, present, and future that guides you to resolve blocks that disturb your inner peace and balance. The star she holds contains the universal secrets, answers, and mysteries that are available to you through prayer, meditation, dreams, and communion with nature and the higher self. Her message is to trust your inner self and intuition. She represents the beginning of a creative cycle. The priestess signals a time of going within, experiencing your dark, mysterious self, balancing that experience with your conscious self. Understanding and honouring both realms can unveil the portal to the inner oasis of your soul. Symbolism in the High Priestess image. The waxing moon above the dark pillar, the first aspect of the moon's continuous cycle. On her right represents the time for planting seeds, intentions, and ideas. The full moon above the High Priestess represents illumination, harvest, the fullness of life, the opened flower. The waning crescent moon to her left represents death, moving into rebirth, bringing lessons, awakening, and healing from the process of passing through all the phases of the cycling moon. The two pillars symbolize the dualities of the physical spiritual life, masculine feminine self, and negative positive energies. The black pillar symbolizes understanding, the pillar of severity. The white pillar represents wisdom, the pillar of mercy. The high priestess represents the central pillar of mildness. The spider's web represents the veil between the conscious and the subconscious. It symbolizes creativity and all the possibilities in life, but also it is there to make us aware that we can get trapped in the veil if we pass through it without the proper knowledge and preparedness. The high priestess holds a star in her hands, symbolizing her ability to access the Akashic records, which is universal knowledge. The star in her crown symbolizes the sixth chakra. The third eye is associated with the high priestess, symbolizing great insight. Her dress is made up of a pattern of crosses, descent of spirit into matter and matter into spirit, the balance of male and female energies, and the balance of four directions of spirit, emotions, mind, and body. And spirals, spiral of life and the universe and its creative forces. Her dress flows into the pool of subconsciousness that reflects one back to the self. In the pool, the blue colour and the stars represent the deep knowledge and creativity that is constant in our universe. The planet associated with the high priestess is the moon, intuition, cycles, and mystery. And so the order that we've got today, we've got the Two of Swords coming first. Thinking maybe that might help the glare, but doesn't seem to be doing too much, does it? It's a bit better. So the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Astrologically, moon in Libra, 0 to 10 degrees in Libra, a cardinal air. First decanate, will, body, policy. Lunar cycle, the first quarter moon. Keywords, personal power and truth. With the Two of Swords journey, you start to search for your true self and personal power. The heart and intellect are trying to find a peaceful balance. Things felt in the heart don't always match up with the intellect's vision. When the mind and heart are torn, there is no peace. The physical self goes through the daily motions of life, unsettled. Inner conflict grows, and there is a great need to still the body and quiet the mind, allowing the intuitive feelings of the heart to speak its truth over the clamour of righteous mind. Wisdom of the heart and clarity of the mind need to merge equally to bring the right choice or action to move forward on their journey. The key to the Two of Swords is learning how to see and judge with the mind, while listening to your heart wisdom. The gift of this card is knowing and speaking your truth from a place of balance and power. The mind, ego, is actively exploring and sorting out life's experiences, judging what is useful and what is not. It longs for oneness of the ace. But now the mind sees there are two sides to everything, bringing confusion. Solutions seem black and white with no common ground or alternative perspective. The mind overworked, struggles to find balance with the emotional heart, soul. This quandary brings indecision, denial, blocked feelings, procrastination, and suppression. Fear separates you from your personal power. This is when you need to balance the polarities of the heart and the mind, merging the wisdom of both. The conflicts and challenges of the heart and mind present opportunity for growth and expansion. The past is the past and future is unknown. When you live in the present, you let go of all the what ifs, flowing with the moment and aligning with your personal power. The Two of Swords signals a withdrawal from the problems and distractions surrounding you. Meditation or taking time out to settle emotions and the racing mind is a good step. Your mind may be going over and over the different facets of the situation, unable to come up with the solution. A choice or decision has to be made, and you wish the situation would just go away. The Two of Swords brings truce or reconciliation to a predicament by maintaining an inner balance of the heart, soul, and mind ego, and getting in touch with your core values. It assists in the reconnection to your personal power and inherent wisdom. Seek the combined vision of the heart and mind. All answers are within. In the image of the Two of Swords, a woman meditates between the two worlds of conscious and subconscious. The wind blows her hair, symbolizing the cycle of ever-changing life. The ravens fly on the horizon, bringing light to her heart chakra. The turquoise color symbolizes her heart chakra opening. The double-edged sword of judgment and the magical unicorn sword of truth cross at her heart chakra, holding balance. The unicorn sword, soul self, brings peace, purity, and balance to the mind and heart. The double-edged sword, intellect, brings clarity and balance to the soul and spirit. The handle of the two swords rise from the subconscious, piercing the realm of the consciousness, bringing vision. Both swords must be kept in balance to bring clear understanding and fair judgment. This image can be viewed upright or flipped. Upright indicates one is seeking peace in the external self. Flipped indicates seeking inner peace within. All in all, the card symbolizes seeking a peaceful balance of both the inner and outer realms. And then next coming up, we have the Two of Wands. That's not the Two of Wands. I've just given you the Two of Swords again and put this one down. Sorry. There we go, the Two of Wands. I forgot to read the first bit actually because there's a little section on the number 2. So the 2 is primal growth. The number 2 introduces balancing dualities in yourself, projects or relationships. With the energy of the 2, you are exploring your inner and outer dualities, the feminine and masculine aspects, your light, dark sides, your ideas and goals, your fears and strengths. 2 brings the action of integration and the unification to opposing energies. It symbolizes the balancing and exchanging energy moving back and forth between your polarities. The challenge of the 2 is to close the void between opposing sides that yearn to merge into something greater. The path of the 2 brings the opportunity to test, blend, create, and expand life's experiences on this journey through the physical world. Choices, changes, and creative opportunities come with the 2. 2 is the number of the major arcana key, the High Priestess, which we just read out. Intuitive and magical, she brings balance between the positive and negative forces within, reminding to center the self and listen to the voice within. The second house of the zodiac is Taurus, with its key words, I want. This house and sign represent feminine earth that is stable, strong, sensual, and loyal. Taurus loves material things, but is also connected to spirit. His mission is to find his true inner value and live it in his material world. The 2s bring the beginning of integration and creation. The 2 of Wands brings powerful energy and inspiration. The 2 of Cups brings true love and healing. The 2 of Swords brings personal power and personal truth. The 2 of Pentacles brings change and rebalancing. Together, they create a space for growth and expansion. Astrological, Mars in Ayres. This is a been, what's it called, translated, because they spell Aries Aires. So I have to be careful with the reading because we tend to just read with the rhythm. Astrological, Mars in Aries, 0 to 10 degrees in Aries. Cardinal, fire. First, a decanate. So I think is it decanant it's meant to be? Decanate. Will, body, activity. Lunar cycle, crescent moon. Keywords, inspiration toward new horizons. The 2 of Wands indicates start that again. The 2 of Wands initiates pioneering inspirations and ideas. With the 2 of Wands, the spirit and passion of fire gives one focus and determination to explore new potentials. The power of creative energy at work ignites imagination and visions for future endeavours yet to be seen by the rest of the world. The challenge is to remain in balance, aligning the powerful flow of divine energy with your soul self. Through focus and balance, you can direct this fiery energy into manifestation. The energy can burn away any blocks or distractions. It is shifting and transformative. Sun time! And it's Mars and Aries. Action, action, action. When you use this potent energy in a mindful and balanced way, you are empowered with confidence, personal power, and courage. You feel an inner stirring. As your path unfolds, your mind expands, your heart is full, your actions passionate, and you trust your intuitive feelings. Your mind is expanding as your path unfolds. You experience an inner stirring. Anticipation and restlessness are growing as the energy brews within. You feel the polarities exchanging energy as you rebalance thoughts and ideas. This energy has focus, determination, and will. It wants to manifest itself in some new way in your world. It's exciting, and you feel the promise and power of your creation awaiting on the horizon. The 2 of Wands symbolizes planning the path to your dreams. The key to the 2 of Wands is to be strategic. Do your research, institute a plan, and prepare for the unexpected. The gift of this card is inspired vision. The 2 of Wands brings originality, creativity, and pioneering ideas. It indicates a successful partnership with like-minded people. Your life force is activated, bringing you confidence and courage to follow your vision. Planning and preparation are major components and a must. The blueprint of your inspiration needs to be designed and formatted in the physical to take form. If you do, the necessary research, your goals will be achieved. The Two of Wands signals a time to trust yourself. You have everything within you to achieve your dreams. The Two of Wands message is learning how to use and understand the divine energy in the world of matter. In the image of the Two of Wands, primal energy splits into opposition. As it enters into the world of creation, it bursts upwards from its source. The star and the cosmic wheel of the zodiac that encompasses all parts of one's spiritual self and the path of one's destiny. Each wand has the fire of the Kundalini moving through it, seeking an outlet. The mountains in the back symbolize the challenges and the heights that are in front of you. The full sun symbolizes the creation coming into consciousness. And then next we have the Two of Pentacles. Let's put this one down first and not do what we did last time. So the Two of Pentacles. Astrological Jupiter in Capricorn. 0 to 10 degrees in Capricorn, cardinal Earth. First decanant, which is the will and body, organisation. Lunar cycle, gibbous moon. Keywords, change, rebalancing. The Two of Pentacles brings change and growth, creating an opportunity to bring a balance between your inner beliefs and your outer reality into harmony. It also represents handling 2 or more situations at one time successfully. Life can feel like a juggling act with deadlines, demands, commitments, and distractions happening all at once. When one works and plays from a balanced and harmonic platform, even the most complex and conflicting situations can be handled successfully. The key is flexibility, balance, and having fun recreating energy. The gift of the Two of Pentacles is the talent for rebalancing and integrating life's challenges and opportunities with grace and ease. With the Two of Pentacles, change you can be feeling totally in control. With the Two of Pentacles, change you can be feeling totally in control, focused, aware, and balanced, or you can be struggling, feeling uncertain, not trusting yourself, and fearful of the future. Each experience stretches you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Change can place you in an uncomfortable situation, testing your core values. The energies of the conscious and the subconscious start shifting, asking you, are your inner beliefs and truths matching your life's path? You begin to discover what you align with, thoughts, ideas, lifestyle, or spiritual beliefs. Change identifies your inner oppositions, your weaknesses and strengths. It brings a heightened awareness of how the law of cause and effect works. You are the creator of your life. When you create your individual realities, how will that affect the evolution of the collective? Creativity, organization, balancing and rebalancing symbolize the game of the Two of Pentacles. As you begin to master the Two of Pentacles, change becomes your ally, bringing you wisdom, adaptability, and alignment with your polarities. You understand how the macrocosm, microcosm are connected, working together. You begin to live in the present, and there is no fear of change. When the Two of Pentacles arrives, it is the time to be open and flexible. Change is coming. Don't fight it. Make it fun and creative. This card symbolizes the creative problem solver. Change helps one grow and expand. New ideas or enterprise wants to be birthed into form. This card brings a desire to be in control of your life and activities. It brings the gift of balancing and handling many situations at one time. The Two of Pentacles asks you, who and what do you align with, and what needs to be let go? It indicates turn of events, transition and potential. It brings vitality to the body, shifting health issues to the positive. If you are experiencing trouble making decisions, finishing projects, or giving an outer appearance everything is great, but on the inside it is a mess, taking a long meditative look at the Two of Pentacles and its lessons. Take a long meditative look at the Two of Pentacles and its lessons. In the image of the Two of Pentacles, the infinity symbol breaks the barrier of the subconscious and conscious realms. The energies of the two realms meet, merge, and expand out of the other's portal. The Two Pentacles at either end of the infinity symbol represent the polarities that need constant balancing. The undulating middle ground symbolizes the ups and downs of emotions and intellect. The infinity symbol represents the cosmic idea, as above, so below, and the creative energies of opposites moving and achieving eternal balance. The center point represents the balance of polarities. And then last of the twos is the Two of Cups. Okay. We're going to have to get off that glare thing on our mission. Two of Cups. Astrological Venus in Cancer. 0 to 10 degrees in Cancer. Cardinal, water. First decanant, real body. Moods of the soul. Lunar cycle, full moon. Keyword, love. Two of Cups symbolizes romantic love and the start of a new relationship that can become very deep. Blossoming into a committed union of the heart, the Two of Cups represents a strong physical attraction combined with a deep spiritual commitment. The Two of Cups symbolizes harmony, understanding, healing, and passion. The energy of this partnership emerges with fresh, new, and exciting feelings. The desire to experience and express love without controlling or limiting another brings peace to the heart. Like the lovers from the major arcana, the Two of Cups joins together and balances one's inner polarities of the masculine feminine aspects. It also activates the physical and magnetic force of attraction. The key to the Two of Cups is to be open to love and the passion it offers. The gift of this card is bliss. New love is exalting. It takes one's senses and emotions to new heights of insights and experiences. The feeling is like nothing else, and you want to spend every moment with your other half. When you swim in the sea of love, you feel the ecstasy of losing the self. It can be a little frightening, as it may seem too good to be true. But the Two of Cups whispers trust, experience, and love. With an open heart, you will be fulfilled. Love puts one on a path of many peaks and valleys. There are two lyrics that came to mind. One is by the Beatles, "All you need is love," which is true as long as the love is balanced, centered, and mature. The other lyric is from a song sung by Ayres, "I'm in love. I'm all shook up." I kind of got a bit of an Elvis hairstyle going on, haven't I? Needs a bit of a shave. The Elvis lyric describes the polarities and lessons of new love. When love comes on strong, it moves energy. It's exciting and frightening at the same time. All the chemistry and fireworks going on between two people and their polarities need to be rebalanced, which can lead into a bliss greater than was ever dreamt. Love then becomes magical and healing. Others can see the inner glow that radiates when one is under the influence of the magical potion of love. Balanced and mature love gives inspiration and purpose to one's life. That love can become more than a personal bliss. Love can be a powerful healing energy to be channeled and shared with others and the world. That's the power of love. When the Two of Cups appears, it symbolizes the start of a love affair, partnership, or friendship. If you are already in a relationship, it represents a deeper level of love, evolving with a stronger spiritual union. In business and enterprise, it symbolizes a partnership of like-minded people sharing ideas and talents. It signals a developing friendship that is supportive and refreshing. The Two of Cups brings celebration of a marriage or union. It brings a reconciliation or truce to conflict. It reminds us that compromise can bring new realizations and agreement. It asks you to learn to forgive. The Two of Cups' gift of love is healing to the heart, body, and spirit. In the image of the Two of Cups, a young couple holds their golden grails of love, sharing and exchanging the energies. They stand in the sea of love, mixing their energies in the starry realms of borderless fluidity, transforming them from the moment into one, transforming them for the moment into one. The dolphins swim in unison, celebrating the deep love the couple feels for each other. The open pink lotus symbolizes enlightened love that grows from the depths of the soul. The star above them is Venus, the planet of love. The Cancer moon illuminates the couple in the light of the consciousness. That was lovely, wasn't it? And so then we go on to 2 logarithm 10 or 10. I don't know what it's called again. Oh, interesting. Yeah, hold that for you there. Judgment 20 of the major arcana. (20) 2 logarithm 10, judgment, resurrection, awakening to the self. The judgment key brings a higher level of awareness that resurrects one into a new way of thinking. It is a spiritual rebirth, a spiritual awakening. It represents a time when life becomes fresh again and the burdens or limitations from the past break away, opening one up to the beauty of universal love and freedom. Judgment's number is 20, the number of awakening, knowledge, power, mastery, universal service, compassion, completion, and rebirth. When the judgment key calls to you, it is the voice of the divine speaking to you. Listen closely to the message. A spiritual revelation or an aha moment will be gifted to you. Old ideas or outworn beliefs are transforming into a higher awareness, taking you into a new direction. The path you once followed has dissolved into distant memories. Judgment reminds you that each of us takes different paths. The paths wind and intertwine through the landscape of life like a river flowing towards the sea of oneness. There are many lessons and detours as one navigates through life. The judgment key frees one's mind and heart of false beliefs, bringing clarity and the realization of the oneness of all. There are 2 kinds of judgments, self-judgment and judgment of others, that can hold you back from being your true self. A lot of one's judgment was ingrained during childhood. Children are sponges, learning from their environment, taking in everything around them. They believe what they are told and taught about themselves and others. Humanity encompasses many different colours, cultures, attitudes, and beliefs. What may seem foreign and strange to one is totally normal to the other. Lack of understanding shapes judgment into limited beliefs, but also into misguided truths. The judgment key helps to transform negative judgments and beliefs into wisdom. A judgmental attitude is probably one of the most difficult things to cleanse and heal. Judgment calls you to take responsibility by being aware of your judgmental attitudes and thoughts. It asks you to learn how to transform the parts of the self that work against you and others. It is through self-love and respect for others that you become a spiritual pilgrim following the path to self-discovery and awakening. New directions and goals will excite your senses. Your life has a higher purpose. You do not feel isolated or alone. You understand that all humanity is connected and each action one takes affects the whole. Judgment opens the pathway to self-realization and self-love, where an individual's consciousness is reborn into the universal mind of Source. The higher self is calling upon the ego to rise up, to be renewed. With judgment energy, you achieve wisdom and the understanding you are a spiritual being living in a physical body. Know thyself is key to living a fulfilled life. You will view life from a greater perspective and with vast horizons. Your life work is to serve the highest good for all. The third eye or sixth chakra is associated with judgment, awakening your inner sight. Judgment is positive energy that brings completion, healing, rebirth, and renewal. Exhale and breathe in the love from the divine and the opportunities that lay before you. Trust. Symbolism in judgment image. The eagle in Native American tradition represents our connection to the divine. Spirit in the sky, the eagle spirit in the sky symbolizes the God, creator calling to your soul and consciousness to awaken to your higher self, as well as your worldly responsibility. The bear in the sky represents Ursa Major, Big Bear, whose star constellation is the Big Dipper. The bear symbolizes the power of introspection. The 7 stars in the Big Dipper are associated with the 7 rays of God's breath, represented by the rainbow tail descending down from the eagle. Each color of the rainbow has a sound, thus the call of the divine flowing into one's life. The day is just dawning, symbolizing renewal. In the image of a Native American is experiencing rebirth from the golden egg after a long incubation and hibernation in the dark cave. The dark cave in Native American tradition symbolizes the great void, where all solutions and answers lie in harmony. It is also the dream lodge, where illusions burn away to the truth and then to expansiveness of eternity. The being ascends through the cave into the rainbow light of spirit and into renewal. On the cape is the whirling rainbow, symbolizing truth, giver of life, unity with all colors and nations, working for peace on all levels. 7 eagle feathers hang from the cape. Each has a color of the rainbow that corresponds to the 7 chakras and the 7 rays. The snow-covered mountains in the background symbolize the spiritual heights that can be achieved on one's journey, as well as the limitations and blocks that one encounters on his ongoing path to spiritual enlightenment. The lotus blossoms symbolize resurrection, purity, and spiritual illumination. They grow out of the fire, expressing the desire to ascend to spirit. The planet associated with judgment is Pluto, transformation, death and rebirth, ego death, underworld surrender, destruction, and regeneration. And then, now people do it differently. In the tarot, we're on to the royal cards now, because you've got 10 as the last number in the minor arcana, and then it tends to go on to page, knight, queen, king. Some people call the pages princesses and the knights princes. And then I think if they also use, like, you know, Father of Cups, Mother of Cups, Son of Cups, Daughter of Cups, for instance. But in this pack, they do it differently again. So normally they put all the suits together, whereas this pack, they put all the numbers together, which I love. And they've mixed the princes and the princesses up. So you've got a Prince of Swords, Princess of Cups, Prince of Wands, and a Princess of Pentacles, which is interesting. So I've heard some people call all the royals and just say they're one, so it's irrelevant of whether it's prince, princess, queen, king, knight, it's one. Whereas we didn't like that because it doesn't make sense to us because they're different vibrations. So we've done it as, we've got 10 as the last number, and then we've done it as 11, 12, 13, 14. So all kings 14, all queens 13, all knights 12, and all princess pages 11. But in this case, the princesses and the princes are the pages, and they're joint, and they're all 11. So the first one we've got coming up is the Prince of Swords, that we're going to read out as the number 11, because 11 added together equals 2. So we're doing all the 2 vibration energies of the pack. Not too bad. So first of all, I'll read out what they say about the court cards, the royal cards. The court cards, like each of us, have different personalities, talents, traits, and goals. Each court card can represent you, a person in your life, aspect of the self, or events. With the pages, I decided to have both prince and princess, the 2 princes representing the masculine aspects of wands and swords, and the 2 princesses representing the feminine aspects of cups and pentacles. Together they represent the youthfulness of humanity in the process of exploring who they are and how they want to be seen in the world. The knights, queens, and kings remain traditional to the court cards. We all share the feminine and masculine sides of these cards. The perfect scenario is to have these 2 aspects in balance and harmony. That being said, the court cards will help you identify what may be in balance or out of balance with you. The aspects, feelings, and look of each card varies, giving you the opportunity to resonate with essence of each one. Choose a court card that best represents you at the present moment. Meditate with it. Learn its lessons. You can always revisit the court and choose another. In a reading, the knights and kings might represent your masculine side or a man in your life. For a man, they may represent you or different sides of your personality and or other people and events. The queens in a reading for a man can indicate an influential woman in your life or represent your feminine aspects. For a woman, the queens may represent you or different sides of your personality and or other people and events. Each of the court cards have their own special circular symbol. The prince and princesses hold the symbol of the medicine wheel. The knights hold the symbol of the wheel of fortune. The queens hold the symbol of the mandala. The kings hold their personal shield of their coat of arms. So we're on the prince of... so now it's the a description for the prince and princesses. The prince and princesses are earth elements. Moon aspect, new moon. Symbol, medicine wheel. Keywords, messenger, student of life. Seeker, new beginnings. The princess brings forth the ace of their suit, pushing its energy into action. The ace is raw energy of higher awareness, pulsing through the princess, inspiring them to journey to unknown parts of themselves. Prince and princess are testing and exploring their intuition, sensations, intellect, and emotions, while searching for inner harmony. The prince and princess symbolize the young adult or teenager of their suit. They are bold, enthusiastic, and willing to take risks. Princesses' childlike energy of wonder and hope moves them towards uncharted worlds. They are for the most part innocent, sensitive, curious, open, and trusting. They represent the virtues of youth, excitement, passion, enthusiasm, optimism, and rebelliousness. It was once said that youth is wasted on the young. It takes the youthful courage, curiosity, and basic drive of the prince-princess to explore their inner and outer worlds, bridging and balancing both realms into a deeper sense of purpose. New beginnings, messages, and opportunities are the gifts of the prince-princess. The prince-princess indicates starting new projects or learning something new and different or developing a new talent. The future is ahead of you. When the prince-princess arrives, new insights and adventures await you. Like the Fool of the Major Arcana, the prince or princess is starting a new journey of the soul, living it out in the physical. They are the youthful seekers on the hero's journey. The prince or princess element is earth. Earth is the element of fertility, stability, nature, potential, and abundance. Mother Earth, Gaia, represents the symbol of life, the feminine principle, yin energy, and the womb of all life. It is on Earth that we are nourished and develop our awareness and grow. Earth symbolizes the magic of life. Earth symbolizes cyclic life of beginnings and endings. The prince or princess in the Star Tarot deck is associated with the new moon. The new moon symbolizes a portal to new beginnings, a rebirth of the self. The new moon signals a still point when to quiet yourself and listen to your heart. What seeds or intentions do you wish to cultivate for the future? The new moon is the perfect time to plant seeds of well-being and intentions. It is also a great time to reset things in your life. Within each image of the prince and princess, the image of a medicine wheel appears. The medicine wheel is an ancient and sacred symbol used by the Native Americans of the North and South for understanding and living in universal harmony with Earth and the cosmos. The medicine wheel represents life's never-ending cycle: birth, death, rebirth. It is a multi-layered symbol symbolizing the four directions, the four races of man, the four elements, the four seasons of earth, life, animals, and all aspects of nature and the cosmos. The medicine wheel is a ceremonial place to honor the physical and spiritual self's journey through the cycles of life, finding inner peace and living in balance and harmony with all of creation. So now, there was the Prince of Swords, wasn't it? Prince of Swords. Astrological: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Elements: earth and air. Lunar cycle: new moon. Season: winter. Key word phrase: seeker of truth, light and knowledge. The Prince of Swords is intelligent, fearless and courageous. He stands before the unknown future, looking at it straight in the eye. His energetic spirit is ready to test and develop his intellectual skills out in the world of opportunity and challenges. The brilliant and observant prince is curious about the world and how it works. He will use his articulate mind of reason and logic to analyze and scrutinize every situation. He is determined, motivated, and ready to take action to integrate his ideas into the world of manifestation. The Prince of Swords is an original thinker who believes in himself and is not concerned with other people's opinions. He will fight and take risks for what he believes in. His gifts of keen perception enables him to view problematic situations and challenges from a wide perspective. The Prince of Swords is a student of inner truth, seeking his true convictions and values. His cosmic will is to find his truth, align with it, stand and live by it. One of his challenges is staying connected to his higher self, giving him the ability to develop and strengthen his reasoning and judgment talents so he can stand confidently when confronted with difficult situations that test him to choose the right action. The prince has the talent and fortitude to make a wrong into a right. With his strong focus, he will not be discouraged, thus furthering his spiritual evolution in the world of matter. All princes and princesses share an awareness of the inner child. The inner child speaks of our innocence, sensations, emotions, and basic drives. The Prince of Swords' inner child has some issues and represents the wounded inner child in all of us. Unkind actions and cruel words experienced as a child particularly affect this prince. His mind and body store these unpleasant emotions and events, causing a lack of self-trust, mistrust of others, as well as many kinds of behaviours that are not part of his original true self. From the dark corners of painful memories, he struggles to obtain confidence, power, and strength by making choices and taking actions that may hurt and wound others. It is a cycle that needs to stop. All of us need to look at this part of ourselves. The courageous prince's lesson is to bring light and love to the inner child, confronting the pain and healing the wounds within. The inner child only wants to shine his true light of divinity on his path on the earth. The Prince of Swords fights for the right to be true to yourself. The prince's challenge is to remain true to himself while experiencing and dealing with the events of life. His brilliant mind can get distracted and scrambled if he allows himself to fall from his true path. The prince needs to remember he is a student of life, living in the classroom of the world, developing and integrating his intellect, maturity, and purpose. The Prince of Swords' elements are earth and air. His task is bringing his intellectual truth to the realm of earth, grounding and manifesting it. Air brings in new intellect and ideas into the earth plane, bringing change and evolution. Earth helps ground and stabilize the magical airy mind into the world of matter. The Prince of Swords brings messages of news, new ideas, unexpected information, or surprises. He presents you with letters, new friends, and travel. A new intellectual endeavour or project can present itself. His energy can quickly change anticipated plans. The prince can indicate a sudden change in your life that brings a whole new way of life. He indicates a time when you need to communicate clearly. Anything involving signing contracts or important documents needs to be scrutinized. When the prince confronts you, ethical behavior and truthfulness are at the forefront. Secrets are revealed. He is adamant that you find your true self and live by it. The Prince of Swords brings challenges that create an opportunity for healing and growth. The Prince of Swords stands in the whirling north wind holding the sword of destiny. The north wind symbolizes the power of air. The double-edged sword symbolizes truth that can cut both ways. It also symbolizes opposite ideas or solutions and the balance between spirit and matter. The new moon in the cloud signals a new quest is at hand. The two ravens flying in the sky are Hugin, thought, and Munin, memory, desire. In Nordic mythology, the ravens belong to the god Odin, seeker of wisdom. They are the prince's spirit guides. The prince's red cloak flaps and twirls in the winds of change. Red is the colour of adventure, aggression, violence, action, bravery, and courage. All the aspects of the red cloak are being tested, experienced, and balanced as the prince begins to interact his intellect in the physical journey of life. The colour purple weaves its way through the cloak, giving it the magical qualities of spirituality, wisdom, inner peace, and mastery. The swirling stars symbolise the prince's inherent memory, memory of his personal power, and guiding light that is constant. The lunar moths symbolize heightened spiritual awareness that gravitates towards truth, guiding one through the dark hours of their lives. At the hub of the starry medicine wheel is the four-path star dividing the different strengths the prince carries on his journeys. Green, healing. Black, the unknown. Yellow, intuition and creativity. Blue, perception, wisdom and peace. And next we have the Princess of Cups. So here's the princess. That was the Prince of Swords, and now the Princess of Cups is what we're next going to read out. So there's the picture. Okay. Sorry, I just have to do my breath work in between. Great speech therapy, this. There we go. Princess of Cups. Astrological Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Elements Earth and Water. Lunar cycle New Moon. Season Summer. Key word phrase seeking the Grail within. The Princess of Cups is sensitive, emotional, and highly intuitive. She is dreamy with an exquisite imagination that comes from the realms of the unconscious. This gentle princess is connected to the psychic realms of premonitions and intuition. She explores her dreams, seeking truth in the hidden levels of the subconscious, bringing her intuitive gifts to the surface. She is learning the range of her emotions, managing and understanding her moods. As she looks deep within her heart, she understands that opening the heart without fear brings healing and strength. As her watery spirit steps into the world of earth, she integrates her dreams and visions into realistic forms of manifestation. The princess symbolizes the soul self, remembering its connection to the divine healing, its karma on earth. The princess wants to serve humanity using her intuition and open heart. The Princess of Cups turns inwards to find peace in her heart through the practice of meditation, contemplation, and prayer. Through meditation, she listens and explores the depths of who she is spiritually and emotionally, seeking answers from the sacred well within. The Princess of Cups is a spiritual seeker exploring the grounding intuitive knowledge through meditation. She is a visionary, channeling love from spirit. All princes and princesses share an awareness of the inner child within. The inner child speaks of our innocence, sensations, emotions, and basic drives. The princess asks us to listen to the child within, to nurture and love that child. The qualities of the princess's inner child are a dreamer, artist, and romantic. She explores and listens to her dreams and imagination, playing out the visions in the world of creativity. The Princess of Cups is connected to the Ace of Cups, the throne of the Holy Grail. Her path is to seek the true meaning of the Grail within. The Princess of Cups' elements are earth and water. Her task is to connect to her heart, dreams, and visions with Mother Earth. Water nourishes the ground of earth, bringing growth and life. Earth helps ground the emotional water, manifesting imaginative gifts into real things. When the Princess of Cups arrives, success and good news are coming. She brings social invitations. The princess symbolizes new beginnings and the start of creative projects and ideas. Messages in dreams, heightened intuition, and psychic abilities unfold. The princess signals a time to trust your gut feelings. She encourages you to study spiritual and metaphysical subjects. A heightened awareness of compassion and understanding for the self and others opens. She is a quiet, gentle soul, that stirs the emotional waters of the inner self, bringing feelings to the surface, balancing them with the earth energy. Surfacing emotions can make one feel vulnerable and fearful. The princess reminds one that sensitivity is a gift, not a curse. Be true to your heart and dharma. The practice of meditation is an empowering tool that can help. The princess signals the start of a new love affair or the deepening of an existing relationship. She symbolizes the innocence of a first love or a person who is beginning to open and trust their heart to love. She also can indicate a marriage proposal or a pregnancy or birth. The princess brings inner trust and strength, giving you courage to take emotional risks. The image of the Princess of Cups is very watery and dreamy. The ancient temple ruins resting under the water symbolizes a time when the feminine goddess was revered on earth. The princess stands on the scallop shell of Venus, goddess of love and beauty. She holds the Grail cup, which is surrounded by the lotus star medicine wheel. The open lotus is a symbol of the unfoldment of the divine within the self. The lotus represents enlightened self and the soul that has been fully awakened. It also represents a pure heart, light, and the beauty of life. The Grail cup is decorated with 2 jeweled seahorses encircling the star of sacred memory. The seahorse symbolizes the discovery of the secret treasures in your heart. The Princess of Cups wears a magical gossamer gown decorated with aquamarine gems and pearls. From her belt hang the jewels of aquamarine, pink tourmaline, and pearls. The flying fish symbolizes the unconscious moving through the veil of the consciousness. They represent our inner guiding force. The flying fish, spiritual self, transforms into the white dove of peace, love, hope, and purity. The dove symbolizes the messenger between heaven and earth. The transformation of the flying fish into the dove symbolizes the journey of the soul, reaching the highest realm of spiritual enlightenment. The sea turtle symbolizes the magical blessings we receive along our journey in life. The mother and baby dolphin symbolizes the joy and fluidity of the watery world of the princess. They are the loving and nurturing mammals of the sea. They represent the power of breath to release emotions, speaking from the heart and healing. So that was the Princess of Cups, and next we have the Prince of Wands. So I'll show you that card. It's nice, lovely, bright pictures. We do love these pictures. Okay, you can always rewind and pause and hold it longer if you want to look at the picture more. Prince of Wands, astrological, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, elements, earth and fire, lunar cycle, new moon, season, spring, keywords, the magic wand. The Prince of Wands brings passion, creative energy into action. His desire is to express spiritual unfoldment into his physical world. The prince is the initiate holding the magician's magic wand, bringing together the unlimited energy of spirit with the magical world of matter into manifestation. He is a fiery adolescent who is curious, courageous, ambitious, and daring. There is a restlessness inside of him, urging him to advance forward and start something new. He represents the awakening of life force and creativity that needs an outlet to channel energy into transformation. The prince is the ultimate adventurer, passionate and energetic, with a love for life. He has the gifts of vision and intuition that flow through him with universal inspiration. The Prince of Wands symbolises the spiritual champion on the hero's journey. He is a rebel and a revolutionary, open to new potentials and possibilities. He embraces life fully and does not want to be held back. He moves forward courageously with his creative ideas, not knowing what he will be up against. His courage comes from his self-trust, confidence, and boldness. His warrior spirit is fueled by the power of divine light that wants to be magically transformed to the highest good on earth. The Prince of Wands also symbolises the inner child in each of us, inspiring us to listen and connect with that facet of ourselves. He represents the magical fire child who moves with the flow of the universe, understanding the concept of as above, so below. He is connected to the Ace of Wands, sparking the life force in our hearts, remembering our source and the karma that needs to be healed. The Prince is wide open to life's paths and journeys, wanting to experience all of it. He is the curious apprentice experimenting with the powerful wand of creation, sourcing uncharted areas of his creativity. His gift of intuition is still developing. Energy bringing The Prince of Wands elements are earth and fire. Fire is masculine, yang, energy, bringing, passion, energy, growth, spirit, creativity, and action. Earth is feminine, yin energy, symbolizes stability, responsibility, grounding, structure, and manifestation. Earth benefits from the inspirational qualities of fire, adding a sense of adventure and the spice of the hero's journey. Earth is energized by fire. Fire can be guided by Earth's mastery of grounding, structure, and manifestation. The Prince of Wands is the messenger of unexpected news that is favorable. He brings good surprises, new career opportunities, offers, and announcements. The Prince indicates change, new beginnings, as well as new creative projects, ideas, and possibilities. Ideas and projects come to fruition. He ignites excitement, taking risk, fearlessness, and courage to take on any challenge. He sparks passion, creativity, and divine inspiration in your being. He indicates a time of confidence. When you start really trusting yourself and your intuition, he presents an exciting invitation to a new adventure that awakens your life force. He brings influential people who inspire you to explore new thoughts and ideas. The Prince represents a passionate new romance or lover or faithful friend. He signals a restlessness, an inner stirring urging you to move forwards towards a new and different direction. He indicates a time for inner growth, exploring the spiritual self and discovering your bliss. He awakens your spirit, daring you to express your individuality and personal power. The image of the Prince of Wands. In the image of the Prince of Wands, the Prince opens the veil between divine inspiration of spirit and the physical world of manifestation. He holds the magic wand of creativity. The sunflower wand brings light, joy, and healing. The rainbow bridges the two worlds of spirit and matter, blending them and creating all kinds of magical creations. The rainbow symbolises the link between heaven and earth. The butterflies in the rainbow symbolise transformation. The sunflowers symbolise the happiness and love. The stars hold ancient memory. The spirals symbolise infinity, growth, birth, and expansion. The symbols for the elements of air and earth twirl around magically in the rainbow, symbolising the mixing of the two energies. The prince's tunic represents the life force that is alive and expanding within him. He is a child of the sun, of spirit and light. The magical lion symbolizes one's life force, personal power, and inner strength. The lion represents fire, spirit, and the energy of the sun. The lion is yang masculine conscious energy of action, manifesting on a physical level. When the masculine lion energy aligns with the divine feminine energies of the unicorn, the magic of creation begins. The white unicorn and the golden lion symbolize the union of the feminine, the moon, and the masculine, the sun, of our dual nature into the alchemical marriage. The young unicorn represents innocence and purity. The unicorn's magical spirit brings creation into the world of matter. It symbolizes the spiritual gateway to the higher realms of the divine. The solar medicine wheel, with its spiraling centers, shines its light brightly onto the Knight of Wands, constantly inspiring the universal flow of creation to pulse through his body. And lastly, the Princess of Pentacles. It was 1 hour, 11 minutes and 11 seconds we just looked up then and saw. We do love the numbers. Lots going on in that card. You might want to find a good one and stop it, pause it to stare at it. Lovely card. One more after this. Princess of Pentacles. Astrological Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Elements earth and air. New moon, lunar cycle new moon, season fall. Keyword phrase, the blessings of life. Creativity and healing. The Princess of Pentacles is quiet and observant, with intuitive wisdom. She lives in the world of creativity, magic and manifestation. The princess is familiar with the realms of the subconscious and dreams. She has deep appreciation, love and respect for nature. She sees and feels the magic in ordinary life. The princess has the ability to pass through the magical veil of the earthly realms, bringing back lessons that only Mother Earth teaches. Her body channels and transforms the light of the divine into earthly creations. Her intuition listens to what the body needs. The princess is a gifted healer, using plants from her environment to purify and bless the body. She is grateful for the opportunity to experience, evolve, and manifest divine creativity in the physical. She reminds us every step we take on earth is a gift and blessing. The Princess of Pentacles gently awakens the soul self into consciousness, remembering the messages and visions of the dream time. She thrives on the divine source that continually inspires and nurtures her physical being. The princess is passionate about creating magic in life, manifesting spiritual evolvement and healing, bringing blessings to the earth and its creatures. She walks in peace and is at one with Mother Earth. She is a child of Earth's magical possibilities and qualities, in touch with the elemental and fairy realm. The princess is a student of life, never ceasing to expand and develop her senses, knowledge, and abilities. The princess is skilled at detail and balancing energies of the earth, giving her a strong platform to explore and enjoy the process of creating her dreams and visions into reality. All princes and princesses share an awareness of the inner child within. The inner child speaks of our inherent innocence, sensations, emotions, and basic drives. Child speaks of the Princess of Pentacles asks us to open our hearts and feel the magic that life has to offer. She awakens the star energy in each of us, helping us to remember our true destiny before we were clouded by the influences of society. The inner child of the Princess of Pentacles is extremely creative, wanting to explore the magic of life by touching everything, feeling everything, exploring everything, and living life fully. This inner child believes that miracles happen in life. One just has to listen and pay attention. The Princess of Pentacles elements are earth and earth. She is the daughter and keeper of nature. She channels her divine connection into the deep dark soul of Mother Earth, birthing the highest and purest light into form. Her familiarity with Earth gives her the talent to create beautiful natural creations. Positive double Earth grounds any idea into beautiful gifts that can serve humanity and Mother Earth equally. The Princess of Pentacles is the messenger of good news. She indicates the beginning of a new opportunity, project, venture, job, or solid relationship. She signals endeavours beginning to take form. Opportunities open up for earning money and financial support. The princess symbolises an apprentice or student, learning new ideas and skills. She brings a very creative time that can expand into new insights and horizons. She indicates pregnancy or birth of new projects, child ideas and identity. In relationships, she brings a romantic partnership that has matured, an engagement or a proposal. The princess indicates a time to appreciate the environment. She signals a time to quiet yourself by being in nature and listening to its messages. She brings peace, healing, and balance. The Princess of Pentacles is pregnant with the star of the divine light and truth. Her inner beauty and strength shine out, reflecting her deep connection to the divine and Mother Earth, bringing out the magical possibilities and miracles from within, out into the realm of Earth. Her dress symbolises the cosmos within her. Her tattoo spirals speak of cycles of life and the universe. The apple blossoms in her hair symbolise purity, love, and grace. The new moon medicine wheel sits at her third eye of perception, with the star of humanity and divine are at the centre. The tree to her right has the symbols of earth and the new moon carved into the bark. The trees symbolise the link between heaven and earth and sacred knowledge. The four-coloured butterflies symbolises transformation and the four elements of earth, green, water, blue, fire, red, and air, yellow. The three fairies represent the elemental realms that care for the plants and animals of the earth. The family of deer symbolise gentleness and innocence. The black bear brings introspection, dream time, and the feminine intuition. The fox symbolises feminine energies and the awakened creative life force within. The small rabbit's lesson is to confront your fears, be observant to the happenings around you. Rabbit also symbolises fertility and new life. The porcupine symbolises wonder and trust. The beautiful white swan symbolises grace, purity, and love. She teaches us to look for the beauty in all things. The small turtle in the pond symbolises Mother Earth. Its spiral shell represents the never-ending cycle in life and the universe. The otter symbolises the feminine energy of nurturing and intuition. Otter also symbolises joy and playfulness, reminding us to be open and receptive. We need to remember that. If you're an Aquarius out there, the Native American astrology sign or medicine wheel sign is otter. So that's a lot of qualities. Otter's got a lot of great qualities. and intuition and playfulness is one we're doing. So next, and the last one, is judgment, number 11. Number 11, justice, inner balance. Justice stands holding her scales in balance, weighing situations and making fair decisions. The scales are part of her actual being. Her two-edged sword of discernment and intuition are lined up with her 7 chakras, keeping her decision-making in balance and ready for action. The sword represents the clear, creative mind, directly applying and bringing realistic answers and solutions to the table. The sword also represents strength and power that come from justice holding her inner balance. Justice represents keeping your inner balance centered as you live your life in the chaos of the world. Justice encourages you to look deep inside yourself and identify any contradictions throwing you off kilter. Balancing your intuitive self and spiritual values with the conscious mind and moral values brings inner strength and clarity to make just decisions. Justice's number is 11, the number of vision, new consciousness, balance, heightened awareness, intuition, and insight. We also know it as individuality. Justice works with all matters of earthly law, cosmic law, and karmic law. Justice integrates and balances these laws within her when decisions need to be made. With the justice key, you begin to take responsibility for your choices and actions, weighing and measuring your next move. You realize that the steps you take will not only impact you, but also others. Justice helps you to live your life in balance, without the inner tension of opposition. When unsettling situations in life arise, they can leave you hanging with no solution or with indecision. Your clarity and direction become foggy, signaling a time to still yourself, to go within and listen. The mind and heart will duel as long as you feed the fire. The mind and heart will duel as long as you feed the fire. Let the sword of discernment and balance pierce the pool of the subconscious and inner wisdom. Meditate and let the poles of opposites come to rest. A solution will rise. It may not be what you wanted or expected, but it feels right in your body, heart, and mind. Then you have an answer. Justice represents the laws of nature, moral law, legal law, and the laws of the universe. She reminds you there is divine justice. Her purpose is to be fair and impartial while seeking truth and answers to a decision. She encourages you to weigh matters carefully before making important choices that will affect you and others. She stands strong with intention, always taking the righteous path. When justice arrives, she brings a choice or decision that needs to be made. Justice whispers, don't be impetuous. Step back, connect with your spiritual and moral values. Quiet your emotions, use discernment and your inner wisdom. Choose what you know is right, rather than what you want to be right. Do and be the best that you can. Be a vessel for the divine light to shine through, with the understanding of cosmic justice rather than ego justice. Justice brings the gifts of fairness, harmony, truth, honesty, reason, and balance. A decision will be made. Symbolism in justice image. Justice has iridescent peacock wings, symbolizing integrity and renewal. The feathers symbolize reincarnation and karma. The eye in the tail feathers represents the discerning, watchful eye. Justice wears a deep blue dress representing faith in herself and her connection with divine energy. Her scarlet cape symbolizes her courage and passion. The sun rising in the back is the light of inner illumination and the development of inner justice. The crescent moon presents the ever-cycling choices in life. Behind justice, the tree of life grows and flowers with promise of truth. Her crown is connected to the tree of life, allowing her to tap into divine guidance and truth. Justice balances the scales. One scale symbolizes her heart, the other scale her mind. The balance point of the scales are at the third eye, insight and intuition. From this point, the arrow of truth ascends to the crown, chakra. Once the scales are balanced, the decision is made, and it is now part of the universe. The golden sword is part of justice. It is in line with the 7 chakras and descends into the pool of intuition. It is a two-edged sword, piercing through illusions as well as representing choices. The emblem over her heart chakra brings compassion that she expresses in her decision-making. The 2 trees have carved stone pillars embedded in them. The one on the right represents mercy, masculine, and the one on the left, severity, feminine. Justice herself represents compassion, holding the center and balance of the 2 pillars of severity and mercy. I don't know if that severity is meant to be sovereignty. Severity means severe, doesn't it? I think it might be sovereignty, but I'm not sure, so I'm just reading it from the book. The 2 waterfalls flow into the pool of wisdom and reflection. The stones of the left waterfall are white, symbolizing the thoughts of the mind. The stones of the right waterfall are black, symbolizing the compassionate heart, and it's Venus time. The waterfalls mix in the swirling pool, balancing and inspiring a clear response that travels through the sword and into truth. Libra, balance, diplomacy, and unity, is the astrological aspect to justice. Venus, love, beauty, and harmony, is the planet of Libra. And that brings us to the end of all the 2s in the pack. So, namaste. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to enjoy watching that back ourselves.